to do, the amazing Sheridan's going to come up and, like I said, I don't know what he's going to unleash upon you, but here you go. It's Sheldon, everybody. Give him a hand. Hey! Probably broke the mic there, but...
Yay! Hi there, guys.
Hi.
I'll be completely honest with you. And this is, I'll lie then. This is all about being real. And Richard's absolutely right. I have not got a clue right to this second what I'm going to say next. I'm just going to trust to my instincts and just see what comes out. My training is as an actor and as a singer, and my current profession is as a voice and confidence and feel good and identity, whatever, coach. That's what I do all day, every day. So it'd be very, very easy for me to conform and use a script, not just a metaphorical script, but a written down script or crib cards like Richard referred to earlier. But I'm not going to do that, because I think what we've seen all day so far, and I'm sure it's going to carry on for the rest of the day till 4:30, is people being real, barriers down, cut the crap, straight to the heart of it. And I absolutely love that. That's one of the things I enjoy most about meeting people. I've done it in this lunch hour, and I hope not upset anybody, but it's getting straight past the nitty-gritty, straight past the small talk, and just to the stuff that really matters. And I'm looking out at you for the first time, obviously, for me today, and seeing an incredible range of different people, different ages, different in all sorts of different ways. I wouldn't go into what sorts of different ways, but a very, very different, varied group of people, with all, presumably, unless someone's really weird, with one thing in common, and that is we all want to feel happy. We all want to feel content. We all want to feel good. We all want to be loved. We all want to be able to love. Or perhaps something we all crave is the desire to feel significant. Okay? To feel useful, to feel needed, to feel that our lives can be of benefit to someone else. Okay? And I think I've learned, and more than ever since doing BC, which was 2009, October, so two years and a bit ago, that the best way for me to feel significant is by giving back. And much as I'm here for me today, because I love these days, it's just a shot in the arm, but to be honest, I'm pretty happy most of the time. I bounce into my script, the script that Richard's just so eloquently described. I bounce in and out of my script the whole time. But the key is I bounce now. And I'm basically pretty happy most of the time. The other day, Jeff and I almost had a row. Where are you, Jeff? Where are they? Oh, right at the back there. We almost had a row about who's the happiest. We were giving a lunchtime talk to the last BC group. And I said to the group, I said, to be honest, I must be the happiest guy on earth. And this boy said, no, mate, it's me. It's me. Sorry, Jeff. And I'm blissfully happy, but that could be really nauseating to hear. Because here's a potted version of my really crap story, right? Born into an educated, upper middle class, Greenwellies, private school, public school, all the bit. That's the family I was brought up into. Family of academics. All four parents, that's 2 steps and 2 reels, were either at Oxford or Cambridge reading academic subjects, things like Latin and Greek and maths and theology and God knows what else. Okay? Then I come along, I want to be an actor and a singer. Okay? Acting and performing and singing to me is football to Jeff. Okay? It's the thing where I could always feel a release, where I could really get in touch with what felt like the real Sheridan. And everything else was a question of feeling I should conform to the only thing I knew, which was my upbringing. Can anybody relate to that? Okay? So a kind of sense that this is how I should be. People like us are upper class and we pronounce words this way. Bollocks! Okay? And all that stuff. And then going to drama school. Of course, you know, that was breaking out from tradition. I don't want to make out my parents were tyrants. They weren't. They were loving and supportive parents, and they were in support of me doing what I wanted to do. They weren't trying to drag me down an academic route that didn't suit me. But nonetheless, the piece of elastic was still twanging me back to the kind of default thing, which was that I would want to behave in a certain academic way, the way clever people and academic upper middle class people behave. Okay. And all I wanted to do was be an actor. But the trouble is, having spent 15, 20 years of my life battling in this way, school I felt like the outsider looking in, so I got bullied loads by lots of different people, all called Tim. Okay? Just one of those weird things. And that's different schools as well. And the same guy travelled around. No. And at one point, just to bring it to a low point, I remember running into the boys' loo. I was at a very, very posh but very, very progressive school called Dartington Hall in Devon. And in Dartington Hall, I was sent there because I was weird and because I was different, okay? And my parents could afford it. And there were 2 school rules at this school. There were 2 school rules only. One school rule was you couldn't have a dog, okay? And the other school was you couldn't have a gun. Okay, and those were 2 school rules for Dartington. The idea being that you could have a snake, people did. You could smoke, people did. You know, there were no rules. It was very free. The idea being that if rules are made to be broken, then let's try not having rules for a bit, and see how much we all kind of comply with what seems like a civilized society. It worked for me. It worked for me. That was great. I loved just being relaxed and chilled. I didn't respond to discipline. It used to frighten me. I was frightened of being told off. That's the epitome. I'm still a bit like that. That's still my script. And so that was really cool. But after a while, other people in the school started selling drugs through the school library and raping the staff and stuff like that. So that wasn't quite so healthy. So eventually the school closed down. But not before I phoned my mum up one day and I said, "Mum, everybody's sending their nutty kids here, okay? But yesterday I got that." And I went, "Oh, right, okay. Oh, okay, that's me. I'm nutty." Okay, so I went there and I was battling away with this same old thing about people like me and people who want to be arty. It didn't kind of go with my upbringing. Which was the real me? Was I meant to be that? And how am I allowed to be? And really quite confused. Then went from that to another school, did my GCSEs, all right, but not great. A-levels, all right, but not great. National Youth Theatre, which ought to be my dream come true, joined the National Youth Theatre, but at that point I was still so firmly fixed I was an oddity and a weird person that even in my safe place, which as I said before is acting and performing like Jeff's football, okay, even in my safe place I still felt like the outsider. Okay? I then against all the odds, somehow, I don't know how I did this, got into drama school. I don't know how I did that, it's almost impossible to get into drama school. Somehow I got into drama school. I still to this day don't know how I got into drama school, but I did. And I spent 3 years at drama school, a place called Guildford, okay, feeling fairly miserable because everybody else was different to me still. Weird, isn't it? 21 I met Debs. Debs is sitting there. Show your hand, Debs. And Debs is the best thing that ever happened to me. I've got 5 minutes left, I haven't started yet. I promise I didn't plan this. Okay, and the lovely thing, I don't think Debs would even take the credit for this right now. I don't think she knows she's done this for me. But for the first time ever, I felt here was someone who accepted me for me and allowed me to be me. And actually I was maybe okay and I wasn't having to conform or be something different. I could actually just be the person I just am. And I spent the next, God knows however many years it is, till about 2 years ago, living in that slightly better state, but still searching, still wondering if maybe, looking for that something else, back to this again, the hole in the middle thing, still looking for that, the identity, who am I? But I was fundamentally, even prior to BC, fairly happy quite a lot of the time. But, that just had to be more. Can anyone know that feeling? There's just got to be more. You only get born once and you die once, and there's a bit in the middle called life. Okay? You can be passive or you can be proactive. Passive means the bloody thing happens to you. Okay? Well, proactive, I've never said this before, I don't know where this has come from, it's one of Richard's cosmic things. Okay. Proactive is when you make it happen. Okay? And who in the room doesn't have the intention to make it happen? Do you want to make it happen? Whatever it is for you, you want to make it happen, don't you? Is that a fair comment? I hope you can all relate to that. But someone said this earlier, what stops you from doing that? Liz said this, we discussed it earlier. What stops you is your script, which just means all your baggage that allows you to feel the way you wouldn't choose to feel. That's all your script is. And script is a nice one-word way of saying that. All the stuff you wouldn't choose to feel, happy, sad, I'll choose happy, but why are you doing sad then? Okay? It's your script, okay? And that's what's stopping you from going around once. But right, I've got to stop in a sec, because I'm liable to bang on and on. Okay, so it's all about feelings. My intention was to talk about feelings, I haven't got there yet. Feelings are everything. If you could all feel the way you choose to feel all the time, what else would you need? Okay? Would you need a posh house and nice cars, holidays? If you could feel content as you are, or better than content, happy most of the time, what else do you need? And the answer is nothing. The key thing is, it's been said at least twice already today. Here's a quick example. Last weekend, my daughter who's currently at prep school and about, hopefully, to go into public school at the end of this academic year, next academic year, to a school called Stowe School, where my son already is. He's there on an all-rounder scholarship, which means he's not going to pay much money. Okay? For her to go there, we need her to get an all-round scholarship too, because we still don't have that much money to pay full fees, 28 grand a year per child. So it's a lot of money. Okay, so right now, last weekend, I think 5-6 days ago, my daughter Bella, who's 13 now, got 1 minute left, went to Stowe for 3 nights to do her scholarship. Last night, I found out that she's got a scholarship to Stowe School. Okay, here's the punchline. That was only a dream. I'm dead serious. I dreamt last night that we haven't actually heard yet. And my feeling, and thank you for enhancing my impact there, was yes, fantastic, it's absolutely great. And I believed it, and I woke up, and the disappointment I felt at 4 o'clock this morning, and I haven't slept since, promise you, was just immense, because for a moment I completely believed the feeling. It's been said at least twice, I think, already today. A feeling, whether it's like a lottery story earlier, whether it's based on truth or not, is irrelevant. All that shows you is you've got the ability in you right now, you've got the hardware, every blinking single one of you, to access that feeling at any point you choose. The key is trusting that and learning to choose it. I'll stop. Thank you very much.